Picture yourself cruising at 300 knots in a pressurized cabin 6 miles high, sipping coffee while certified turboprops below burn twice the fuel, struggling to keep up. Now imagine you built this machine in your garage, invested less than half what any certified equivalent costs, and maintained complete control over every system without begging for approval. This is how garage-built aircraft outperform million-dollar jets. Imagine cruising at 300 knots in a pressurized cabin at flight level 2 up, sipping coffee while your friends and certified turboprops burn twice the fuel below you, now up. The line care evolution shatters every assumption about what home-built aircraft can achieve big, delivering performance that makes million-dollar corporate machines look overpriced and stupid up. This carbon fiber 4-seater uses a Pratt & Whitney PT6 A135, Alpha screaming 750 horsepower, maintaining cabin pressure at 8,000 feet while you fly. You won't believe the numbers until you see them in action with your own eyes on the panel display. Economy cruise sits around 270 knots, burning just 20 gallons per hour. Figures that up humiliate traditional piston twins, costing 3 times as much to operate on every single flight up. Range pushes near 1,000 nautical miles, meaning coast-to-coast trips with minimal fuel stops, while your competition lands repeatedly for fuel, watching you disappear over the horizon ahead fast. The kit takes roughly 1,000 hours to assemble with factory assistance, and the total investment. The pressurized cabin, retractable gear, and glass panel cockpit create an illusion so perfect that line crew at major airports assume you flew in corporate equipment worth several $1,000,000 up. But underneath that polished exterior lies pure experimental freedom. Choose your avionics suite up, customize the interior to personal taste, even select alternative engines if structural limits allow. The owner participates in construction, learning every system intimately, building skills that make maintenance simple and keeping operating costs brutally low compared to any certified alternative up. But here's where it gets absolutely insane and makes you question everything about aviation rules up. If a turboprop kit already delivers sensation rivaling light jets, what happens when someone stops up pretending and builds an actual jet in their garage under experimental amateur-built regulations up? The answer will make you question everything you thought you knew about aviation regulations. Because the next aircraft on this list produces 2,600 pounds of thrust, hits 470 knots, and costs less than a used King Air, making certified jets look like financial suicide. This is the aircraft that makes aviation authorities nervous and home builders dream at night always. The Viper Jet Mk2 looks like it escaped from a military fighter squadron, because that's exactly what the designers intended when they created a swept-wing jet fighter for your personal hangar space. Side-mounted air intakes feed a Williams FJ33 turbofan producing 2,600 pounds of pure thrust, pushing this composite monster to cruise speeds near 470 knots. That's faster than many certified business jets, costing 10 times more, and yes, you can legally build. The bubble canopy and aggressive lines aren't just for show, they're functional aerodynamics, allowing 2 or 4 people, depending on the configuration, to experience fighter jet performance without military up-training requirements or security clearances that take years to obtain through government bureaucracy. Here's the part that sounds impossible. Despite turbofan power and performance entering certified jet-up territory, the Viper remains a home-built kit supplied by Viper Aircraft with full technical support up throughout assembly process that typically takes several thousand hours of dedicated focused work time. Every aviation expert said this couldn't exist in experimental category under any circumstances ever up. They claimed experimental regulations would never permit turbofan-powered aircraft, that insurance would be impossible, that builders couldn't handle jet complexity without professional engineering support up. The Viper Mk2 proved them catastrophically wrong, demonstrating that American experimental rules up enable private individuals to own and operate aircraft with specifications matching or exceeding military trainers, used by air forces worldwide for combat pilot development and advanced tactical training missions. Now imagine taking that fighter aesthetic and turbine scream, but compressing everything into an even up, more focused package that looks like it's ready for combat missions over hostile territory immediately. Picture a tandem seat configuration so aggressive that airport observers assume your military contract testing classified prototypes, a Czech turboprop so powerful it turns a 3-blade propeller into disc up of violence, and climb rates that make tower controllers ask if your altimeter is malfunctioning badly up. What you're about to see next rewrites the rules on what turbine power can achieve in experimental form. 724 shaft horsepower connected to a 3-blade propeller in a carbon fiber up airframe, weighing less than most family sedans, creates an experience that defies physics and common up sense equally in ways that make passengers question if something broke during takeoff roll acceleration. Performance turbine legend takes light attack aircraft DNA, compresses it into a tandem two-seater up with swept tail and retractable gear, then straps a Walter M 601 turboprop, where the engine should be creating something that climbs so violently passengers unfamiliar with turbine power genuinely. The original prototype used a Chevrolet Vi 8 producing 575 horsepower, which already delivered insane performance that made conventional aircraft look slow and outdated by comparison. Then someone asked the dangerous question, what if we installed a real turboprop engine instead of piston? The Walter turbine from Czech Republic answered that question so emphatically that the legend became the up version everyone wants, the version that makes certified turboprop manufacturers question their entire up business model, wondering how experimental aircraft can deliver this performance at these acquisition costs. Construction happens through owner-build or assisted programs, regulatory supervision stays minimal compared to certification requirements, and freedom for modifications exists within structural limits that original up designers built with massive safety margins anticipating owners would push performance boundaries eventually. The military aesthetic isn't coincidental. It's intentional intimidation that makes other aircraft look soft and compromised by committee decisions and marketing department requirements for broad appeal to customers up. Maintenance costs stay reasonable because turbine simplicity eliminates complex piston engine problems always. Yet, some builders look at turbine fuel consumption and maintenance intervals, then ask a heretical question. What if we abandoned horsepower wars completely and focused on efficiency instead of brute force approaches? What if computational fluid dynamics and obsessive aerodynamic refinement could make a 200 horsepower piston engine achieve speeds rivaling turbines that burn 4 times the fuel on every single flight leg up? The answer exists in an aircraft so futuristic that it looks computer-generated even sitting on the ramp up where every surface serves laminar flow and efficiency reaches levels that make aerospace engineers suspicious. 200 horsepower achieving 240 knots sounds mathematically impossible until you understand what happens when aerospace engineers stop accepting compromises and start obsessing over up every cubic inch of airflow through virtual wind tunnels and computational fluid dynamics software programs. The dark arrow 1 represents computational fluid dynamics taken to fanatic extremes, where a UL power-up UL 520IS piston engine, electronically controlled and weighing far less than traditional up power plants, pushes a carbon fiber airframe so aerodynamically clean that drag coefficients read like typos. Range estimates hit 1,700 statute miles, meaning transcontinental flights with one-up fuel stop while consuming less than many 4-seat trainers use for local flights around the pattern up. The team invested years in virtual wind tunnel testing, structural optimization, and integration so precise that engine, propeller, and airframe function as a single system, rather than separate components bolted up together after the fact by engineers who never talked to each other during the design phase of development. Every surface junction, every fastener, every component exists after rigorous analysis proving it deserves. Here's what makes aviation traditionalists uncomfortable and questions their entire approach to aircraft up. The Dark Arrow 1 proves that throwing horsepower at speed problems is obsolete thinking from previous era. Efficiency achieved through uncompromising design discipline, laminar flow management, and weight optimization can deliver performance that brute force approaches require triple. The power to match in cruise flight always. Some pilots want turbine power not because they need it, but because hearing that turbine whine and feeling up instant throttle response creates visceral satisfaction. No piston engine matches regardless of horsepower up. When that turbine sits in a 6-seat carbon fiber machine that looks ready for corporate duty, delivering up 300 plus knots while sipping fuel efficiently, you get something that erases every line between up, home-built, and business aircraft so completely that the next entry will make you check twice whether you're up. 1,200 horsepower from a Pratt & Whitney P T667 Alphas pushing 6 seats past 340 knots makes certified turboprop seem pathetic. The Epic LT delivers corporate jet performance in experimental form, climbing aggressives and cruising at altitudes where business aircraft operate while costing dramatically lesser. Carbon fiber construction enables aerodynamic shapes aluminum production cannot match fully without massive tooling investments that manufacturers refuse to spend on small productions. Short takeoff performance and regional airport capability provide access to destinations. Jet avoid due to runway length or facility limitations that restrict certified aircraft operation. Single-engine fuel consumption stays reasonable compared to twin turboprops burning doubles, while experimental status allows owner-performed maintenance eliminating crushing labor cost. A typical cruise above 300 knots puts this machine alongside light jets costing 5 times more with owners arriving. Before jets that departed earlier simply through efficiencies. Turbine power delivers visceral satisfaction. but piston engines properly engineered can still achieve nearly identical speeds while burning half the fuel at fraction of operating costs up. The next aircraft proves reciprocating engines with violent turbocharging and pressurizations can humiliate turbines in performance while sipping avgas instead of expensive Jet A fueling. What you see next rewrites assumptions about piston limitations, delivering 300 max knot cruise at flight levels requiring oxygen, questioning why anyone pays turbine expenses S. 350 horsepower screaming through a Continental TSIO, 550 in a fully pressurized carbon fiber, four-seater achieves cruise speeds exceeding 300 knots at flight levels, approaching 30,000 feet, making certified aircraft embarrassed bad's comparison to experimental performance capabilities that seem impossible until data confirmed. The Lancair 4P represents the original piston engine pretending to be a jet in modernist experimental aviation, proving obsessive aerodynamics with turbocharging makes pistons fly it. Cabin pressurization permits operation above weather that grounds lesser aircraft. Flying up altitudes, where jet stream winds provide free speed and turbulence, becomes distant memory up. 4 people travel in comfort rivaling certified aircraft costing 5 times acquisition full price, with every avionics choice made by builder, rather than dictated by type certificates up. Many examples achieve cruise speeds, matching early Learjets arriving at destinations befores. Turboprops that departed 30 minutes earlier with operating costs, making turbines stupidly. Twin engine redundancy without sacrificing experimental freedoms or futuristic aesthetics ups that make people photograph. Your aircraft becomes reality with pusher configuration placings, engines behind the cabin for safety and efficiency, while canard surface ahead provides stalls. Protection making conventional aircraft look dangerously obsolete by comparison to advanced designs that eliminate the deadliest phase of flight through aerodynamic intelligence alone. The next machine abandons every traditional assumption, creating visual impact that stuns alls. 2 engines mounted in pusher configuration behind a carbon fiber cabin, driving propellers up that pull air over a main wing positioned aft of cockpit, with small canard surface upfronts that stalls before main wing creates inherent safety conventional aircraft cannot matches. The Velocity Vi-twin looks more like aerospace concept than hangar aircraft, yet delivers UP's reliable twin-engine redundancy in experimental package, costing far less than certified twins with comparable performance capabilities that make traditional designs seem outdated quickly. Cruise speeds hover around 180 to 200 knots, depending on engine choice, with UP consumption divided between 2 power plants, generally 6-cylinder pistons providing backups. The canard configuration provides natural stall protection because forward surface loses lifts first, dropping the nose automatically before main wing can stall, preventing deadly spin entry that kills pilots in conventional aircraft every year through loss of control at low altitudes. This inherent safety combines with futuristic appearance, creating sensation of flying tomorrow. Experimental status means owner controls every decision about avionics, interior, and systems up, without certificate holder approval processes that trap certified owners in technological lags. Visual impact breaks completely from traditional aircraft, making airport observers stop and up photograph, assuming military prototypes rather than home-built kit assembled in private hangars. The next aircraft returns to conventional layout but delivers such violent performance that up muscle car comparison becomes accurate description of what happens when pistons get serious up. Glacier 3 represents the insane piston category where composite structure meets raw power in a package designed for speed above all else, with no compromises for comfort or practicality. Low wing cantilever design with retractable gear, and a Lycoming I-0540, producing 300 horsepower, creates cruise capability in the 240 to 265 mile per hour range, with turbo versions reaching 245 knots at 80% power settings alone. Later, turbine variants with Allison 250 push maximum speeds toward 330 miles up. This means a well-built Glacier 3 travels at speeds matching older entry-level jets while consuming piston engine fuel or in turbine form costing far below any certified jet acquisition. 2-seat configuration focused purely on performance reduces weight, drag, and complexity totally, placing emphasis on piloting pleasure and efficiency in rapid cross-country trips without stops. Instead of paying for tall cabin and aisle space, the owner invests in aggressive aerodynamics, light structure, and strong power plant, creating a machine that feels like muscle car with wings. It speaks directly to pilots coming from Mooney, Bonanza, or Cirrus backgrounds, imagining what happens if their aircraft became a hot rod built specifically for going fast and nothing else up. Raw performance and uncompromising design philosophy prepare viewers for understanding that not every experimental needs turbine or jet engine to deliver thrilling speed and cross-country ability. The next aircraft Cruise modern design with modest power can still achieve impressive velocity up while maintaining 4-seat practicality and operating costs that actually make economic sense up. Sling TSI represents the landing point for pilots wanting fast modern aircraft that remains truly achievable without selling organs or winning lottery to afford acquisition and operation. 4 seats in metal and composite construction, low wing design, fixed faired gear, powered by Rotax 915 IS turbocharged engine producing 141 horsepower. Seems modest until you see cruise speeds around 140 to 150 knots with consumption of 7 to 10 gallons per hour, exploiting advanced electronic engine management and variable pitch propeller efficiency. The sensation approaches new certified 4-seat aircraft, comfortable cabin, glass panel displays, autopilot capability, predictable handling, and friendly operating envelope that welcomes pilots up. Difference is, it comes as experimental or LSA in some markets with purchase price dramatically up below equivalent factory certified models that cost double or triple for essentially same capability. Cost per mile flown compares to driving large car on highway, while cruise speed places 1,000-kilometer trips in few hours aligning perfectly with jet speed. Homebuilt price themes scaled down up. After touring turboprops and jets, the Sling Show's experimental world isn't only millionaire toys. There exists space for family aircraft with rational approach, still delivering new aircraft sensation for a fraction of certified cost, keeping the dream accessible to regular pilots with normal budgets up. Modern avionics, comfortable interior, and reliable Rotax power create a package that makes sense both financially and practically for pilots who fly regularly and want aircraft that won't bankrupt them. When airframe optimization meets light structure and speed-focused design, kit aircraft deliver jet velocity at home-built prices. This is the experimental advantage. Freedom to build fast, fly fast, and keep costs under control always. If you enjoyed this deep dive into experimental aviation, smash that like button and subscribe for more content revealing what's really possible in home-built aircraft. Drop a comment telling us which kit you'd build if money wasn't an issue. Watch the videos appearing here on the screen and continue with us. Bye-bye.